So, I figure if we're going to end it, we're going to end it here.
For sure.
But yeah, I think we can wrap this up with some Q&A. We do have a microphone over here.
Whoa. So if anyone have cues,
Yeah, line up at the microphone.
we'll think of.
So we can actually hear you on the video this time.
Hi there.
Hello.
Hi.
Yay!
Okay, are you going to be selling the toys that you've destroyed over the years at an auction or something?
Well, that's a good question. Patrick is particularly attached to the Burning Gundam.
Yes.
At home, I have the remnants of grilling Menchie, who has been fused to his grill. And I'm probably going to put that in a shadow box, because it's kind of artistic to me. But as for the rest...
The Naruto headbands, we won't, they're sharp edges, so I just really, they're dangerous, so I don't want to give them away. I would feel really bad if somebody's like, oh, I'm going to wear it. It won't hurt me. So I don't want to be responsible. So we're not going to, I don't know what will happen to them. But.
However, Cock and Feather Chibiusa
and Nummy Muffin Kukla Butter. I have no intention, I want this out of my closet really. It's filthy. My wife sees that every morning. It's like,
so I have no problems with putting those in the auction.
yeah, I think we can make it, I don't know if they'll want a dirty old doll.
Dirty old grab it.
And they'll be like, really, what is this? What is it?
No, trust me.
So I don't know how this would go to auction, but.
Because it's full of death at this point. Death and secrets. But yeah.
We'll think about it. Maybe we'll decide by the end of the panel. But any other questions, you just line up at the working microphone or leave.
It's cool.
That's fine. We don't mind.
Is there going to be a greatest hits released?
Greatest hits. It's a good question. I mean, I could put some of our best moments in a supercut.
Yeah. Like the climax of each episode, the destroy section.
Yeah, I think that's probably a good idea because, if we're not going to update the feed, we might as well have the last thing. Because I've noticed in podcast feeds, the last thing is the most downloaded thing.
Good
Also the
suggestion.
first one, so.
Is it a coincidence that you and Mythbusters are ending at the same time?
We lasted long. We were before them by several years, outlasted them by a couple months. I have met all the Mythbusters. Oh, Shannon's friends with Grant, too.
Don't mind me, what is perfect world? I should.
Did I mention Shannon's friends with Grant? He was invited to her wedding. He was busy. He had guest appearance.
Patrick's so famous now.
Yeah. All because of Chibi Project.
Yeah, kinda. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good full cycle.
Well, I mean, it did lead to other podcasts, which now I work for a podcast network, so.
This one's not that sharp. Yes, it is. Yes, it is on the inside. Go ahead.
I just wanted to say thank you for making Anime Boston a more destructive place for all these years.
You're welcome. Oh
A little bit selective violence.
my God. It was our pleasure, though, for real. Like, I never thought this would be something that other people would enjoy to do. Mayhem. I should have known better,
We
really.
kept Mythbusters in the air for so long, I think. Oh.
Is there a particular project that you are proud of the most? Obviously, you're attached to the Burning Gundam, but...
Yeah, well, this is just because it's the first side thing. Because I mounted it, it looks cool. Some of the projects, there's nothing left. Like I always mention, I'm thrilled with the experiment we had Brian Brushwood do of the fireball and Sailor Mars. It was just so awesome. You could feel the heat. But if you ask me now what my favorite was, it's the blender. The blender. For the one shot that I had in the video of Liz and Jekka going, whoa! That moment, my favorite moment.
That was pretty fun. I was probably most afraid at the chainsaw one. That was harrowing.
Yeah, the chainsaw didn't even work right.
No. And until we realized the thermite wasn't going to work, I did have some inkling that there could be serious personal injury there. Running over Kuro Neko with the lawnmower, I really enjoyed because its little face as it got sucked under. It was pretty good.
Yeah, that's similar to the anime bootleg bomber
Yeah,
we did with
the
Greg
bootleg
Ayers
bomber with the steamroller.
and bootlegs.
I never had ridden a steamroller before. That was fun. I enjoyed it maybe a little too much.
Yeah.
He enjoyed that a little too much.
It was just like, hey, this thing's fun. God, they've all had moments, really.
Most of them, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember Bakurotsukan, I did raisins versus bacon, and then what would happen if you put bacon, if you made bacon wrapped raisins? Because bacon makes everything better,
But
raisins ruin everything. So if you put them together, is it reverse explode? Turns out what happens is everybody walks down the hall at this very small convention saying, I smell bacon. Why does it smell like bacon?
Katniss Everdeen wrapped up in steel wool and set on fire was cool because I'd never seen steel wool burn, and it's really pretty. It looked like the sort of dress that she would have that was like on fire but not.
I liked that episode because Jekka did all the editing.
Yeah.
And no disrespect to your editing skills, but it was hilarious.
I kept getting distracted by the cat in the house. It was super cute. I was like, here you go, Pat, you can edit it up. And he was like, no.
Nope, I'm just
This is
gonna,
good.
I slapped the intro on, posted it as is. Not even any credits on the end. It's just, it ends with the cat.
Anywho, good question. What's up, Justin?
So I've been to several of your TV panels and a couple really messy ones, and you guys always have that oh crap moment where you're like, can we clean this up so the hotel or the con doesn't kick us out? Which was your most oh crap moment?
I think there's a panel, I don't remember if it was in here. No, it was downstairs. I think it was when we were doing the Love Hina. We had the sander on the table. We had protective glass. We had, I think, a sheet to protect the. We were all prepared. Here we go.
She's sitting up there. First, does anybody here work for the Heinz? Awesome.
But what I wasn't prepared for was seeing a member of the Heinz security or staff, obviously officials, standing in the back of the room. And I'm like, oh, crap. We're going to get in trouble. The convention's going to get in trouble. And so after the panel, I see him walking towards me. I was like, oh no, oh no. I'm trying to be busy, so maybe he would
Putting this
talk to
power
me.
tool away.
And he's waiting. And then said, yes? Said, yeah, I was told you needed another table in here. No, I think we're fine. Go ahead and take it over there. Yeah, I'm just running a panel. Oh, okay. Also, 2004, Liz and I were really worried because she had the circular saw.
The first moment where the fluffing comes out.
Well, and this is at the Park Plaza Hotel, which is a very posh and fancy
Way too
hotel.
ritzy for us.
And it's a very small hotel, and we're in this big ballroom upstairs, and their offices are like just around the corner. And if they were listening, they'd hear zing, zing, zing. They walk in, they'd see that we've duct taped a piece of wood to two of their chairs. And so that's
They were
not
cushy chairs, yeah.
that's
Goofy chairs.
contrary to popular belief, that's not why MA Boston didn't go back to the Park Plaza. We outgrew it. But I'm glad we didn't go back.
It's awesome. We've had some where it got a little wet in the front. Either because of the experiment or I tend to flail and knock over things.
We also, for some reason, we tended to add water and we thought that would solve it. Whenever
Yeah.
we did a blender thing,
Well, add some water.
the first two blender, like the first blender we had was a smoothie maker and you had to put it in upside down. So it's a terrible smoothie maker. We got it from Target, so screw you, Target.
I have now screwed the Mega Man tight.
And then-
broke, and then it leaked.
That
and
was-
then the second blender was squirting water out the sides. And then we had
That was the Kanoki year.
Just got
So
wet.
we brought him up to the hotel room, and they have those hangers with the clips where you're supposed to hang like pants or skirts on. So we clipped him up by his ears, and he's all like mangled and dripping, like. Just like imagine housekeeping, like housekeeping opens the door, and there's this mangled wet kid in the closet, like why?
And so like 24 hours later, it's in the charity auction, and not our problem anymore. Went for like $85 with
Why?
the DVD.
Why?
Because we signed it, Buford signed it, Liz
Yeah,
signed
that's
it,
true.
yeah.
It was a big year.
But you have other
The
questions?
elephant's
just line up.
toothpaste was gross.
Yeah,
Like
I wish it worked, because although that probably would have been a problem, it would have squirted on the ceiling.
Yeah, and it smelled pretty bad.
It
Yeah.
bleached my clothes.
It bleached your
I was
clothes.
so upset.
Sorry.
Sorry.
It made them
We
better.
wore gloves. I think
We had
Yeah.
goggles and gloves. We
Yeah.
looked
Because
professional.
we thought it was going to do big things, not just roar.
So,
So this is your last chance to ask questions. Really? There's nothing?
'cause we're gonna vanish.
Yeah. Yeah, good.
Do you have sort of a rundown of all the different tools and things you use to destroy?
It got to the point where we were hard pressed to think of more ways to destroy.
Yeah. How many times have we gone to the Dremel well?
I mean, power tools, you can't go wrong. You really can't. That's not a statement I
Drilled
bring
a
out
lot.
often.
Fire a lot.
Gravity,
Well, that's because people were always saying, oh,
ice.
drop Chibi Moon from a plane. Like, we
What?
dropped it from an amusement park ride, which is more
It
controlled.
was pretty high.
Yeah, it was, what, 280 feet or
220,
something?
yeah.
220.
I mean, there were a couple things that we never got the chance to, but they were super, like, if only, like a Jacob's ladder. Like, I don't have one.
Yeah, we know somebody that has one, but he never really helped us
You
get
did
together.
use an
with-
MBTA card.
We did,
Yes.
we might have had it run over by
Maybe.
MBTA of Green
Possibly.
Line and Commuter Rail.
Something might have happened at the MBTA, but we don't know
It
anything.
might have
about
happened at the Newtonville stop and also might have happened at the Newton Center.
it. It might have been a Shinji, but we don't know anything.
I found footage, we don't know who did it.
The guy kind of sounds like Patrick, but I don't think it's him.
Well, that was when we just had photos before video.
Yeah. No, there's a clip of video. You had the.
Oh, just the train running,
Yeah.
yeah.
Go ahead.
Two-part question. Is the original cut in half Chibi Moon still in existence?
Yeah, somewhere I wanted to bring it, but since I moved, it's packed in a box somewhere. It's been packed in a box for 3 years.
Waiting.
I'm gonna find it and be like, oh my god, and then have a good cry.
And has the geocache one ever turned back up?
Oh, good question.
Yeah.
Do you know geocaching? It's like, yay, government satellites and technology, let's hide McDonald's toys.
I'm gonna open a browser and actually go to the geocaching page and find this.
So he has a Chibi Moon that he tagged with a note that said, bring me home, which would mean Japan. Nope, didn't happen. She went west, and then she went a little more west, and then she went suddenly sharply east. Then she ended up in Florida, and we think she may be encased in cement in a foundation of a building.
Yeah, she ended up at a construction site, and oh, here it is. Then it was a construction site, so it's really a bad place for geocache because they were doing construction. And unplug it. I don't need audio anymore. Oh, I'm gonna log in. I hope this doesn't show my password. Oh, LastPass is awesome.
Last password.
Yeah, get LastPass. Remember your passwords. So, to track this, it starts at the bottom. Placed her in Bring Your Best Friend 2, which is a cache in Massachusetts. It was the one nearest to my house at the time. I lived in Newton. Go find it. I don't care. I don't live anymore. A week prior to being placed in this cache, Chibi Travel Bug was shown to the audience of the Chibi Project Live at NandesCon in Aurora, Colorado. Wow, that was a long time ago. And then put it in the Animathon cache, and traveled. These caches don't exist anymore. You can see the mileage over here between caches. 1,000 miles, 33 miles, 1,000. And so, traveled west to Portland. I'm like, oh, it's getting closer to the Japan. Somebody brings it back to Virginia. I'm like, what are you doing? And it travels around in this mid-Atlantic for a while. Then it goes back to like around Chicago. Yeah, Chicago. Yeah, Chicago, and then to Vegas. Like, oh, it's going west again. Then some idiot brings it to Tampa. It says it's trying to go to Japan. Do you know where Japan is? I mean, yes, you can get to Japan going that direction, but it's the long way. And placed it in this cache, which was 10 years ago, February 9th. And where's the most recent log for that? Archive. Any update? Sorry, isn't up. Hope to have it up by the end of the month. So somebody tried resurrecting it, but it disappeared from the cache. They didn't find it, so found this cute little gal. We'll send her off tomorrow. Put her here, disappeared. So for over 10 years, it's been missing. There's probably some kid, well, probably teen now, in Florida, Tampa. Damn you, Tampa Bay Rays.
This is Lucky Charm or something.
Yeah. Like, oh, I found a Chibi Bug. It's awesome. Yeah.
Talks to me at night.
Oh, look, there's a website about destroying Chibi Bug. Oh, I've got one that's attacked.
And so it lives on. Chibi Moon was in you the whole time.
You mean the Dark Destructive Force?
So we've got 13-ish minutes. What? Microphone?
Liquid what?
Liquid nitrogen.
Liquid nitrogen? Again, another thing I don't have.
Oh, liquid nitrogen?
Yeah. Although I did figure out where to get some just recently. So, oops, too late. And dry ice, I think, was suggested, but that doesn't really do anything. It just packs it well.
Cold and foggy.
Yeah.
But it has been a trip.
Yeah.
It's been fun. And I've met amazing people. And I've done weird things.
Yeah, you have.
I remember doing them outside my parents' house and your parents' house, and they're just looking like, okay.
There they go, those crazy kids.
It's a weird thing they're doing. Oh, we lost.
Is it stopped working?
Again?
Okay, have you got any strange communications from well-known people concerning the project?
I mean, Scott McNeil, voice actor, held Chibi Moon and thought it was strange, but...
Our cameraman over here is a random person.
Hello, random person.
Yes, I managed to hide because I'm just trained to talk to random people. And he has something called the Chibi Moon Project, which he destroys Chibi Moon. Now, this thing has been run over by trains, put in microwaves, etc. What should we do next to cool the Chibi Moon? Well, what's up, very good?
Has anyone got a carburetor on them?
What should I have in my seat?
C9. Global thermotechnical nuclear device. Anyone? Well, that's good. Oh, no, I'm kind and gentle. I can't think of anything. Now, if we were up on the roof, that would be a whole different thing.
How about next time I come to a con, I'll find some way to get roof access?
Your Honor.
Well, thank you incredibly much for the interview.
You're welcome incredibly much for the interview.
And Greg Ayers helped us with an experiment.
He thinks it's
Two
great.
of them, actually.
Yeah, he thinks it's really great.
Hey guys, this is Greg Ayers, and we're coming to you from Bakuretsu Con in Burlington, Vermont. This is kind of cool, because instead of just setting dolls on fire and finding new and interesting ways to destroy anime toys, today's Chibi Project serves a purpose. But specifically, the thing I see the most at conventions are really bad knockoff DVDs.
But celebrities, no, the Mythbusters don't know anything about it. They didn't get me a job there because I tried in like 2007. It's like, hey, I've been doing this stuff. Can I work for you?
I remember that. We filmed.
Oh, that's right. We've never talked about that.
At one point,
I found the footage for that when I was looking for Liz footage. Too.
There was a company trying to start a new show that was essentially let's destroy things, and we were like,
it was going to be on Sci-Fi Channel.
we do that. What? So we filmed like hey, this is us. This is what we do. We already do what you think you want to do.
Here's what our ideal experiments would be, and they were really lame. I remember that.
Yeah.
We should have gone bigger, but.
Suffice to say, we're not on TV.
Yeah, we did not get. We didn't even hear back. Like, thanks. It was. So no TV.
Go ahead.
I know that you run a couple of other panels at Anime every year. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna do something in place of Chibi Project, or?
Well, I got a year to figure that out. But we do game shows here, so we're definitely going to keep doing game shows.
Game show staff, woo!
We're doing anime charades later today, and
oh yeah,
we're doing Extreme Geek tonight, and Jekka did Cards Against Boston last night.
It was super fun.
I couldn't go.
And,
you do have a child.
So yeah, I've done a panel on starting anime conventions, and I may do that next year. I've been told it's a really good panel because I tell people, like the first 15 minutes of the panel on starting anime conventions is telling people don't start an anime convention and why they should not. And you know, if your MiniCon people would listen, maybe they wouldn't have tried to start 12.
Oh, burn.
I'm just saying. Now they have just one. But, you know, this is DashCon. Ball pits. The joke's there. There's actually some cons that are putting in ball pits now. It's like, really? You don't want to be that company.
Meme con.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we'll still be at Anime Boston. You'll still see us. Just
In PortCon.
yeah, in PortCon, of course. PortCon, Maine, in Maine. Or
And I hang out with a lot of California cons. If you're ever in California, Northern California, Kraken Con is an awesome con. It's like 3,000 people, so you're probably not going to go, but
It's my size.
So,
It's a good size.
I guess we'll wrap this one up.
yeah.
Thanks, guys, for coming and joining us and being patient while we cried like idiots.
Yeah.
And,
So we're going to probably post this in 2 parts. I'll probably do the first part with sadness and the headbands, the second part with Q&A. And then I think we'll do your idea and do a super cut of here's everything. And that's
highlights.
it. Yeah.
Sweet.
So that's it for the Chibi Project. Thank you, everyone.